Hi YouTube friends, how you doing? Nice to be back making videos. I wanted to give you a health update about myself, and like always I'm trying to help others as I better understand uterine cancer and the complications that arise after you get through with it. I had a pain about a couple weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago, in my side at work. And it was bothering me for a couple days. It was on my left side. Now, I didn't think anything about my ovary being over there. I have one ovary left, and that's to regulate hormones. When you're in your 30s, if you lose all your hormones, with having cancer, you cannot have any estrogen therapy, and I don't recommend that to anybody. Anyway, I had a pain in my side, and I decided after work I was going to go to the emergency room. Why I waited till after work, I don't know. It was a dull aching pain, and I don't know, if you have pain in your stomach like that and you feel something's not right, it usually isn't. So I went in and first off, I have no veins. I would have been a horrible drug user. So they like pricked me like 6 times trying to find a vein in my arms, hands. And this is after the 3rd nurse. This resident badass comes in. I guess she's like the badass at getting people's blood. She couldn't get my blood, so she was like, oh, we're just gonna have to go in through your groin. Excuse me? You think you're gonna go in my groin? She just said it like nonchalantly, and I went crazy. I said, you're not going there, blah, blah, blah. I'll drink the stuff for the CAT scan. I've done the CAT scan in that area before, and you can drink the stuff. She's like, no. Kind of being a bitch about it. So they decided to use an ultrasound on my arm. This doctor came down from upstairs and used this ultrasound and was able to finally locate a vein. Got the IV in, got the CAT scan. 90 minutes later, they say, oh, you have some cysts on your ovaries. You have 4, and the biggest one is like 2.64 centimeters. That scared me, based on my history and everything. It's a little alarming. And she said that there was some thickening in where my cervix was, where my scar tissue was. So I'm scared. I'm thinking, these cysts could be cancerous. I have one ovary left, and I'm going to have to get rid of it and go through menopause in my 30s and be absolutely miserable. Not to mention it causes mental problems and heart disease, osteoporosis. Everything is magnified when you go into menopause in your 30s. So that week I went to the doctor, and she looked at the CAT scan. She was like, I never would have even mentioned this to you because this is pretty much normal. And I was like, I want this ovary out, doctor. Because if it's cancer and this cyst burst, cancerous cysts can just go anywhere throughout my body. I just want it gone. And I was pretty adamant about it because I'm the one that diagnosed my cancer to begin with. And she was like, well, if it's, I don't want you to regret this decision, Victoria. And she told me about there being mental breakdowns, osteoporosis, heart disease. All kinds of stuff happen when you go into menopause in your 30s. And if I had my ovaries taken out, that's exactly what would have happened. So she was like, well, you know what I want to do is I'll do an ultrasound of your ovary and see how it's going there, and we'll go from there. And I'll check your blood PSA levels and see if there's any cancer or anything in it. But your CAT scan looks great, where if you had ovarian cancer, the area around it would have been fluid filled, just not right, she said. And she said it didn't look like that. They looked like follicle cysts to her, which if you have one ovary left, it's doing all of the work for 2. And if you have no fallopian tubes like I do, the egg that gets released goes right out through the ovary, creating these little cysts, and they burst, and then the egg is free and gets reabsorbed in your bloodstream. But in my case, I want to double check because there's so many things that happen, like it could be cancerous, and I don't want to just sit here with the time bomb inside me because I'm afraid to go through menopause. It's better than being dead, dying of cancer. So, yesterday I went in for ultrasound. What a nightmare. She couldn't find my ovary. She said that my colon was inflamed, and I was like, yeah, my stomach's been upset. And my side hurt where, I have pain there. I don't know if it's caused from the cyst or what. I believe it is. And it hurts. It's not pleasant. And I thought maybe one had burst the night before, and that's why I was throwing up and getting sick, and I even had 100-degree temperature. And she really didn't say much about that. She just said, oh, I can tell that your stomach was upset or is very upset. I can't even find your ovary because your colon's in the way. So I had to reschedule, and so now I have an appointment next Thursday for ultrasound, and I'll get my blood checked next week too. But I'm not going to get these results till while I'm in Hawaii. I'm going to paradise. I don't want this on my mind, so. But I got new insurance next month, so because of my husband's work, our deductible's going up. Story of everyone's lives, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what's going on with me, and I'm just trying to weigh my decision whether or not I need to get this ovary out. It's worrisome. I think, I don't know, something's telling me to take it out. Something's within my beings telling me to take it out and take the medicine for heart disease and osteoporosis. Skip the estrogen, but take the other stuff. Any feedback if you've been through this would be great, and I hope that I'm able to help you out, give you information that I know to be correct, and I follow up with myself regularly. I got happy news. I met my goal weight after all these years of posting these YouTube videos about losing weight. I'm finally down to 115. I'm happy. I'm great. It's awesome. I mean, just do 1,200 calories a day. Do the ketogenic diet. Don't low carb. That will do it. Now I just need to keep it off. Sometimes you just need to keep the weight off. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to weigh myself every day and just make sure I'm right where I want to be. And life is going great. Pray for me with these results, and I will pray for each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being my friend and sharing with me your story.